Okay, so this is our first sort of introduction into what we call stop frame animation. Stop frame animation is basically where you take an image, change it slightly, create another image that's changed slightly, and then flick to that next image so it looks like it's animated. Okay, so basically what we're going to be doing is I'm going to be showing you how to make something that looks a little bit like this Mario scene. Now you can see on the left-hand side here, I've got all these different frames to create this Mario scene. So I'm going to show you how it looks. Okay, and that just loops round and round. And what you can see is Mario running, and obviously I made him jump, and then these two things appear here. But we're just going to concentrate on this Mario running down at the bottom here. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to create that today. Now, basically what I've done is I've started off with a background and then added Mario running in. You can see as I click through the different frames, all I'm doing is moving Mario slightly and changing his stance to the running stance. Okay, so what we're going to do is I would like you to download or the template that you would have been given, and the template looks a little bit like this here, this one here. Okay, so got our template here, and it's got a background, and then what it's got is it's got Mario in 5 different stances. So we've got the standing still stance, one leg forward, then back to standing still, then the other leg forward, and then standing still. And I'm going to show you how we create that and make that into the running stance at the bottom. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create and separate all of the different stances that we need. So actually, as these middle 3 are all the same, we actually only need this one, and this one. So what we're going to do first of all is we're going to take this image and I'm going to duplicate it 3 times. Okay, so I'm going to Control D, move it down slightly out of the way, and Control D, and then I've got this 3 times. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to crop this image so I can get the 3 stances that I need. So I'm going to click on Format at the top here. Now, if you're using a Mac or a different version of PowerPoint, or perhaps an iPad or something like that, your crop might be in a slightly different place, but you need to find the cropping tool. Okay, so format for me and then crop. Now I'm going to move my face out of the way so I can get access to it here. So you're looking for this sort of this logo here, crop. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to crop it, and then I'm going to take the first stance. I'm cropping it. I'm just removing everything apart from this first Mario here. Okay, so there we go. So I've got that first stance. That's what I needed. Now on this second one, I'm going to crop everything until I've got this second one here. So select that one. I'm going to crop this, and then I'm going to take it and I'm going to crop it and get just that second person there. Okay, so there we go. Got my second person here, and then the same thing. I'm going to crop this one. And then the last stance I need is I need this third person here with his legs going in the other direction. So I've got all 3 stances that I need, and there we go. Just get rid of that guy's nose, and now I've got all 3 things. So I've got basically all the 3 stances that I need, starting, going forward, and then going forward again. I'm going to copy this one. I'm going to duplicate this one, so I've got that 3 times, and the basic stance will be starting off like this, moving forward, and then moving forward like this, and there you go. So I've separated all 3 pieces and I've got them all as separate things. And now basically what I need to do is I need to put them onto separate slides. So I need to remember my order. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I need to basically start animating these in. All right. So what I need to do, I'm just going to is duplicate this side. So first of all, I'll tell you what I'm going to do first of all is I'm going to put the Mario in where I want him. So I'm going to put him just coming on the left-hand side. Now, if you can't get it in with the mouse, I'm just going to use my arrow keys just to move him up slightly like this. And there is my first Mario in position. Now, what I find it easier to do is just keep all these the same. And then what I can do is duplicate this slide, and then put the next one into position. Okay, now the good thing with PowerPoint is that it allows me to align these people quite easily using the arrows. There is also an align tool if that makes it easier for you to do it, and I'll show you how to do that in a second as well. But quite simply, all we need to do is right click here. I need to duplicate this slide. Okay, now what I need to do is then get my second person, and I can bring him down and move him slightly along. Okay, now if you want to, as I said, what you can do is you can use this one and hold this one down, and you can align these. So if I go to move myself out of the way again, format, and then I go to align down here, and then if I go align bottom, it'll move them up, but so it's align the two, and then I can move them both up like that. So now I know they're both level now, but actually it's probably just easier to do it by eye, to be honest. But I've moved him too far, so if I click him, and then I can move him across like that. Now obviously the further you go, the more of a jump it will give you. Yeah, so what I suggest you do is don't move it too far, so just move it so it's just past the person there like that. So what I'm then going to do is just grab this person here, the first person, and then I'm just going to move him to the top. Okay, just so he's out of the way. So then what I'm going to do is same principle again, but we're going to move on to the third one here. So we're going to go right click on here, duplicate slide, and then I'm going to move this person down, and then put him in line with the next person, and then move this one up. Now what I'll do later on is I'll delete these original ones, but just for now, because I'm going to need them later, I'm just keeping them in position. So as you can see, all I'm doing is remembering my order 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and making sure I get it in the correct order. So now if I right click on here, duplicate this slide, I'm going to get the third person here, and I'm going to put him along here like that, trying to make sure that I keep it aligned like I've done there, and then move him up there so I know the order, and then carry on this process. So right click, duplicate slide, next one down, and as I said, it depends on how jumpy or how smooth you want your transitions to be, or your how close you put it to the one that's gone before it. Okay, but what I would advise doing is keep it, when you move the next one up, keep it in the right order so you know what you're doing, and then basically all we're doing is repeating this over and over again to move him along the side. Now what does that look like? You'll have to ignore the people at the top, but if I just click here, you can see just by clicking up and down that moving to the next slide quite quickly that you can see him moving. Now as I said, if you don't want him to look jerky or jumpy, then what you can do is make him move less distance, or if you want it, it's up to you. Experiment, play around with how far to move him. It gives you the sort of smooth transitions through the running action. Okay, so once you've done that, the only thing left to do, once you've got it all the way going along, it's up to you. If you want him to jump, you can do a different, you can just move him upwards, but it's just moving that image slightly to create a sort of movement of going to the next slide. What we need to do then is we need to click on our transitions. Now transition is the movement from one slide to the other. So I'm going to click on transitions. Again, that might be in a slightly different place for you guys. I'm going to start on the first one, and then I'm going to say I want it to jump to the next slide automatically. So I'm taking on the mouse click off, and then I'm going to put it on to 0.1 of a second. Okay, so really quick. Again, if you want to adjust your timing, so you can check the experiment with that and see what the different timings do to your animation, then have a mess around with this timing. So point on 0.1 of a second, and then let's see if so when I push slideshow, when I go to slideshow from the beginning, what you'll see, I've still got it on click. Why is it doing it? see. I know why that is. So what I need to do is I need to make sure, the one thing I didn't do correctly is I need to apply this to all. Okay, so the second one was actually on mouse click, so that's why I didn't go to the next one. So now if I go again, go to slideshow, go to from the beginning, it should, so it should then, obviously it's not very long, but it will then go all the way through. Okay, so like that. All right, so yeah, so it's basically a case of continuing this for as far as you want. If I go back to my original one, here's one I made earlier, you can see what I've done is my slideshow. I went a little bit more complicated. My slideshow is actually 86 long, and then I've actually got it on a loop. So if you look at my transitions, I set it to 0.1. I've put the duration to 0.1, and then I've added a sound in as well. Okay, now that sound you can get off your teacher, and you can actually add that in. It's quite easy to do. So add it to your first slide, and you can actually add sounds in as well. So when I click it, when I click go, okay, you can see it's running along. I've got all the different stances there. I then added in this jump part, and then I added in these parts here that I just got off the internet, and it's just on a loop. It just continues going around. All right, so that's basically a first introduction to stop frame animation. So I've taken a character in different stances, the running stance, so with the legs moving, and I've made it go flow through all in one. Okay, so what I want you to do today is have a go at doing that in the files, or you have been given that template. I'll stop this now because it means it's annoying me. In the template, you will have been given the template, and you just need to first of all crop each of those images, and then change the slide slightly, and then see how you get on. All right, if you want to add a bit more to it, have a go, see if you can impress your teacher with this with your animation skills, with stop frame animation. Okay, I hope this video was useful. Any questions, please ask, and I look forward to seeing what you come up with.